It's time for a chassis showdown. Time to dig into these things and see what makes them all different. We've got the Traxxas Sledge, the Arrma Kraton EXB, a Tekno ET48.3, and the Kronos XTR. Yeah, all four in this video right now. Let's get to that table. For the longest time, Arrma owned the basher truggy market. That segment was all theirs. But now we have the Sledge. Look at this guy right here. And the Sledge is looking to take a big bite out of the basher truggy market. Yeah, but I've also got the Kronos XTR and the Tekno ET48.3. The reason is I want to show you guys that the truggy platform has been around for a long time. So let's get these bodies off and see what makes them all different. The Kraton EXB is as new to me as the Traxxas Sledge is. Now let's go and look at these two since this is the rivalry. EXB, motor in the back, ESC up front, servo. Traxxas, ESC in the back, motor up front, servo is on the other side. So, I mean, the batteries are on the same side, right? The body mounting system is completely different. We've got the nice mud guards back there, different size shocks it appears. Supports, you got the EXB here with more metal supports than what the Traxxas has. The aftermarket is going to jump all over that thing like crazy. You guys know that. EXB has adjustable turnbuckles. The Traxxas is just a solid plastic. There are pros and cons to both of them. The turnbuckles, if you hit them wrong, you can actually make them skip on the threads. These right here you won't, so I'm kind of leaning towards more of a basher, the Traxxas on that. But you know what? I've never driven one of these. This will be a first. Now let's move on over to the Corley. Corley is also a bit different. Motor in the back, ESC in the back, battery is moved to the front, servo over here. So this is not like the Traxxas, is not like the Kraton. And then you move all the way over here to the Tekno. This is pure race bred right here. Just everything. Motor, ESC, servo, receiver. This whole piece comes right off. You can service it. This is full on race bred right here, guys. So very different there. Shock towers, all of them are nice metal shock towers. I mean, heck. Let's go ahead and flip them over and look at the undersides of all the chassis. Here we go. Now, the first thing I noticed about the Kraton, it's thin, weak. I know they bend chassis. I believe this is supposed to be a 7075, I believe. So that right there leaves a lot to be desired. The Traxxas has got a lot more beef back here, plus these. These add to the structural rigidity of it. Look at any good sheet metal car frame or car body underneath it. You see all them ribs underneath the hood and all that? All that adds to the rigidity of that. Plus, you got it on the side. On this chassis, it kind of goes back and out. On the Traxxas, it goes front and the back in. So yeah, very different there. The suspension arms, totally different. Nothing similar. These have a bolt-in piece up top that kind of makes them look a little more solid than what they are. Tire size, they're both comparable. You know, yeah, got a nice bumper on this one too. This one's a bit more stubby. I got a feeling this one would be easier on your ankles if you happen to smack them. Now we get over to the Corley. Basically the same thing, kind of like the Arrma. A little bit weak looking back here, although I have not bent this thing. I did see where Kevin, well, kind of put a hurting on his. But anyway, I don't have skate parts around me, luckily, because I'd probably be right out there too. But anyway, yeah, kind of, this is more similar to what the Kraton is in all honesty. The Traxxas is also beefier than this one, and it's beefier than the Tekno. The Tekno chassis hold up really good. I believe that's a 7075. I don't believe I mentioned it, but it's pretty obvious on the Corley. I believe the Traxxas is a 6061, so very different chassis. Very different. As far as the overall width goes, well, you know, it's a truggy platform. So yeah, they're going to be right there. The wheelbase, same thing. Same thing with those two right there. Let's look at the steering. Right here we have a pillow ball design, which is pretty common on the Arrma stuff. Traxxas also has some pillow ball, especially with the Revo I believe that's the only one they've got the pillow ball on. But anyway, Traxxas has more in common with the Tekno when it comes to the steering. Look at that one versus that one right there being the Tekno. Now, the Coralie has a pillow ball really similar to what the Kraton has right there. So, yeah, that would be your steering. Obviously, they all have adjustable turnbuckles except for the Traxxas. And you know they'll be glad to sell you some of those after the fact. But anyway, that will be the steering. Sway bars. Kraton has them. Traxxas does not, although there are provisions for a sway bar. Coralie has a sway bar, and of course the Tekno has a sway bar. Now you got to look at where the sway bars actually connect. See how far out it is from the actual hinge pin on the Tekno? Look at the Coralie, it's a little bit closer. The Traxxas is going to be even closer than that. And the Kraton is about the same distance as the Traxxas. Now, for a more responsive sway bar, the further out these ends are to here, like what's on the Tekno, the more responsive the vehicle is going to be to sway bar changes and its effectiveness. The bodies and the bodies mounting, the bodies, the lines, and the mounting. So right here, you got your Kraton. That looks kind of closer to a Chevy. This right here looks, I guess, more like an X-Max style front end. So that one's different. On this right here, notice there are no bolt holes, no bolt heads or anything like that. It's got the skids at the top. This one does not. So that's different. I really like the way this body is mounted on this right here. Really like how the Traxxas has taken this and going with it as far as the clipless body mounts. This one, pretty much standard body clips and all that. They always come with those. Very nice. The Coralie is pretty much the same thing. Got the same style, you know, holders and all that. The Tekno, not so much. It's a racer, and it's completely different. And the new ones actually have a two-piece body with like a little nose piece in front of it. Really nice setups on those. I probably won't ever get the new Tekno, but anyway, let's get these bodies off and look underneath them. Kraton, standard issue, really lightweight body. Now, when it comes to racing and performance, a lightweight body is a lot better than a heavyweight. Now, it does have this support right here, which goes down into there. I'll probably put some the furry side of the Velcro, the loop side of the Velcro right there, just to kind of not tear the body up. The Traxxas has a full internal cage, and you can see this right here. This will actually come down and contact this on a pretty bad landing, so that's going to happen. So the Traxxas body is quite a bit heavier than this, so that may actually put more top end weight on the Traxxas than what the Kraton has. That could affect performance, but I really like how this is set up right here. What do you think about that? I was able to show you 4 different Truggies, and each one of them was different. This one is not the same as this one. They're just not. So yeah, this whole copy paste or Traxxas copied Arrma, no. This is all new for Traxxas. This is Arrma. They are not the same. I gotta tell you, I've seen what Arrma's done with this platform, and I'm waiting to see what Traxxas does with theirs. Things are gonna get heated up. Because the more times we see Traxxas vehicles with this chassis layout, oh man, there's a pretty big rivalry, and it's gonna get fun. In the end, we are the winners, because Arrma is gonna push to make a better, stronger truck. Traxxas is gonna do the same. So yeah, we win in this dispute. We win in this competition. Hopefully it'll help us out with prices too. Anyway, guys, in that description, I want you guys to check it out. I'm going to link up everything I just showed as best I can. So yeah, check that description. There are affiliate links, Amain, eBay, Amazon, and Horizon. Helps out the channel when you guys use them. So guys, check that description. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and thank you all for watching. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me.
Now, down below, there are links for the products you see, also for channel memberships. If you guys want to be a part, channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.